Hi. Good morning, everyone. I hope you can all find a seat somewhere. There's plenty of them available. So welcome to FOSDEM 2019. It's a bit more snowy than we expected. I hope you all got here safely. But yeah, at least some of you made it, so that's good. Maybe first a little word about the venue. Of course, we don't own these buildings. They are generously provided by the ULB. Without their support, we couldn't make it. They provide all of the infrastructure, even up to the network. So they're doing a great job. So thank you, ULB. Now, as for what the venue looks like, here's a small overview. You will also find this exact same map on nav.fosdem.org, which is our navigation tool. And we have printed maps at the info desks. So we are currently in the building marked J on this map, which is where the main auditorium is and one of the main tracks. Next to this one, we have the H building, which houses one of the info desks. And across the street from that, we have the AW building. Up from there, we have the U-shaped building, which is aptly named the U building, which houses a lot of dev rooms. Across from there, we have the F building with the 2 cafeterias. We have an extra cafeteria this year, so we hope you will be able to find comfortable seating. In between those 2 buildings, we have the food court. There will be all sorts of food trucks providing different sorts of food. So if you're hungry, go over there and you'll probably find something to eat. Feel free to take an insight into the cafeteria if you want to be warm. I'm sure the weather isn't all that nice to sit outside right now. And then finally we have the K building, which houses our main info desk, the bulk of the stands, and also has the Red Cross present. So at the info desk, you will be able to find our conference booklet, all of the schedule booklets for both days. We have 2 different booklets, one for Saturday, one for Sunday. You will find the maps. You can make a donation, and any question you may have, they will be able to answer. There's also the Red Cross, which is on the 2nd level of the K building. There's arrows pointing up to it. If you can't find it, the info desk is nearby. Ask someone, and they will guide you. If you need any help and are walking about in the buildings, there are all sorts of people walking around in different sorts of t-shirts. So the orange ones are the volunteers. They help us set up the event and, help us run everything throughout the weekend. The yellow ones are staff. They should be able to answer any and all questions you have. If you happen to be in a dev room and you see someone in a blue t-shirt, that will be the dev room manager. Go and ask them any question you may have about the dev room itself. And if you have any sort of audio or video issues, try to find one of the people in the green t-shirts. Those are our video people. So go and ask them for help if you need any. If you want one of these t-shirts yourself, we're still looking for volunteers. So head over to volunteers.fosdem.org and sign up for any task that may interest you. A word about the network. We provide 2 networks. As in previous years, the ESSID FOSDEM is IPv6 only. We have transition measures in place, so everything should just work. If it doesn't, and if it's your program or someone else's program, send them a patch to fix their bug. If you absolutely need to, we also have an ESSID called FOSDEM Legacy, which provides both IPv4 and IPv6 access. Keep in mind that both of these networks are open networks, so all of the traffic you send over it will be in the clear. Make sure to encrypt everything. We wouldn't want anything to get compromised. Any other ESSID you might see around is not ours, so maybe you shouldn't connect to it. A word about the program. Again, we have a new record in terms of content. We have more content than even the year before. We have about 740 lectures, which will be given by 715 speakers. We have 66 stands spread over the H, AW, and K buildings. The content will be packed into 62 tracks. We have 42 different lightning talks, and all of this will happen in about 33 rooms. This makes for over 400 hours of content. I haven't done the math. It was a bit too late yesterday to do math. But I'm sure you can figure it out by yourself if you're a bit creative. If you want to get an overview of what is on right now, go and have a look at our streaming page. So on the website you will find a link to the talks, and they will all have a link to their streaming. If you're not able to get into a dev room, make sure to go and check that out so you can at least follow. After the event, all of the talks will be published on video.fosdem.org. So if you've missed anything, you can still catch up later. Right, so the keynotes, right after the opening talk, we'll have Bradley and Karen, who will talk to you about living in full software freedom today. After that, we have Mitchell Baker at 11 o'clock. And at 12 o'clock, we'll have Deb Nicholson. Tomorrow, at 4 o'clock, we will have Kyle Rankin, who will talk to you a bit about the cloud. And as a closing keynote this year, we have John Maddock Hall, who will give you an overview of 50 years of Unix and Linux advances. As for main tracks, we have 4 of them each day. They will just be spread between this auditorium and the auditorium in the K building. Today we'll have communications, database, hardware, and storage. And tomorrow we'll have hardware, online privacy, and performance, and also some talks that we couldn't fit in anywhere. So we have a miscellaneous track as well. We have plenty of developer rooms. I wanted to fit them all on a slide, but failed. Well, they're actually all there, but not very readable. Check out our dev rooms page in the schedule to get a full overview of where they are exactly. They are spread all over the campus, so you'll probably find something interesting anywhere you are. Stands, even worse. You can't read that. I have a hard time reading it even. They are in the AW, H, and K building. There's a lot of them, but the website has a full overview. Tomorrow we have the key signing party. We have 171 keys submitted. If you still want to participate, I'm afraid it's a bit too late. But if you want to read all about it, go and check out our website. The key signing will be tomorrow at 2 o'clock in the corridor of the U building. Next to that, we also host some certification exams given by LPI and LibreOffice. I think you are supposed to sign up for those before the event as well. But if you have any questions or would like more information about that, our website again has all the information. We also have some buff rooms available. So if you want to have a meeting with a group, there's 2 rooms which are probably still free at this point. The sign-up sheets are at the H info desk. So head over there and ask for the sign-up sheets for the buff rooms. You can ask for a slot up to 1 hour. And there's 2 rooms each day. We also have a pre-scheduled buff room, which is in this very building, right outside these doors. The schedule for that is in our regular schedule. We also have a hacker room if you want some peace and quiet and some power. I'm sure you'll need it at some point. It is in the H building in room H2211. All of this is pretty daunting, I'm sure. That's why our lovely app developers have created apps for, I think, all of the platforms you can think of. Go and check them out in whatever tool you're using to install apps on your phone or device. And we also try to provide an overview of our schedule, but I think the apps make it a bit more clear than we do. Right, as usual, I'm sure at some point some rooms will be full. If you see this sign posted on a door, please do not enter the room. That means that the room is at capacity already and you will not find a seat. Instead, try to watch the streaming if you want to catch up with the talk, or try to find another dev room. Some of the apps will also list the status of the room. So some apps have support for our API, which has live information on the status of the dev room. As you probably know, we also have a code of conduct. Please go to our website to read it. If you have any concerns, you can send them in by email to conduct@fosdem.org, by phone to the number listed on the screen, or in person, ask any staff member, so the yellow t-shirt people, and they will help you locate a team member. Please also make sure to clean up after yourselves. We have to pack up tomorrow in about 2 hours' time. We have to be out of the buildings come 9 o'clock tomorrow evening, so there's not a lot of time to do the cleanup. If you do the bulk of the work, that leaves less work for us, so we'd be very grateful if you would do that. If you have any glass bottles, there will be dedicated boxes in different corners of the buildings. You will see them clearly marked. Drop off your glass bottles there, and they will be collected by our volunteers. We ask you to not stick anything to the walls or whatever surfaces you may find. It is hard to remove and makes our job a lot harder tomorrow. Also, our volunteers will be working hard this weekend, so please give way to them. If there's a queue somewhere, consider allowing them to cut the queue. They're working hard and they're probably in a hurry to get somewhere. Feedback. We love feedback. Each talk on our website has a dedicated link to a feedback form. If you've attended the talk and want to leave some comments, head over to the dedicated talk page on the website. You'll find the form there. General feedback about the event can go to feedback@fosdem.org, or you can simply write it on a piece of paper and drop it off at the Infodesk K, where there will be a feedback box. This event wouldn't be possible without your generous donations. We rely on your donations to, fund the event and make all of this happen. So we would be very grateful if you would consider donating. In return for a donation, you can get a t-shirt, a hoodie, an O'Reilly pocketbook, or a full-size O'Reilly book, depending on the amount. If you want to make a donation, please head over to one of the infodesks, either at the K or the H building, and they will be able to help you there. And finally, I would like to thank our sponsors. Our usual cornerstone sponsors are there again, so thank you, Google and Red Hat. And we also have support from AWS, ARM, Backmarket, Canonical, Cisco, the Cloud Native Computing Foundation, GoThink, Colt, GitHub, O'Reilly, Trivago, and of course our venue, the ULB. And finally, enjoy the event. Cheers.